Welcome to Todos Cafeteros, your home for Colombian soccer in English. Today I want to review match days 9 and 10 here in the qualifying campaign for the World Cup 2026. And if you've been following this format, you know the approach. I'm going to look at both Colombian games here that happened in October 2024. First in El Alto in Bolivia and then at home in Barranquilla against Chile. I'm going to look at the table and where Colombia stands right now after more than half of the matches have been played. But let's jump right in after you subscribe to this channel and like this video. So first of all, match day 9 in El Alto versus Bolivia on October 10th. That was last Thursday. Over 4 kilometers in height, the highest FIFA stadium in the world. Definitely an advantage here for Bolivia, whose players are playing in most of them in their own league and are used to the altitude. The Colombian players were not, or hardly any other opponents are, other than Ecuador perhaps. And that's basically the only chance that Bolivia has qualifying for the World Cup, taking that home advantage over the distance. And as they've proven on the road, they're not winning anything. But Nestor Lorenzo did 6 changes in the starting lineup here. Surprisingly, some were surprising, some weren't. He had to bench Duran and Munoz. They were both forced out. John Duran having a yellow card suspension based on accumulated yellow cards in the past, and Munoz was injured in this game, or in both games I should say. So Munoz didn't play either of the games. Other substitutions here in the starting lineup were more surprising. Richard Rios, Jefferson Lerma, Davinson Sanchez, Johan Mujica and John Cordoba all on the bench, all of which would end up playing against Chile or substituted in here against Bolivia at a later time. But here against Bolivia from the beginning, those changes definitely not well received on social media. You see some of the comments here against Nestor Lorenzo, why he made those changes, especially with regards to Mateus Uribe. Absolute confusion why he would start this game. However, Nestor Lorenzo did let James, Lucho, John Arias play from the beginning. There was another incident leading up to this game, a controversy about a Bolivian spy who got caught at the Colombian training facilities. They took pictures, they reported the incident, and we'll see what comes out of it. But a little bit of a bitter taste going into this game. The game itself, Bolivia started strong in the first few minutes. Colombia always one step behind, perhaps the altitude. Bolivia saw a red card in the 20th minute already. It was a little bit debatable, even as a Colombian fan. But then in the 25th minute, Bolivia scores a free kick goal that was correctly disallowed for offside possession. Shortly before that, Martinez got injured and John Cordoba did end up coming into the game. So Cordoba now playing as the forward instead of Martinez, who does not have much experience in the national team. 4 minutes later, Cordoba hit the post from 5 meters out. Both teams are on the verge of scoring at this point. Cordoba had another huge chance, and so did Lucho, but it was 0-0 scoreless at halftime. At halftime, Richard Rios came in for Uribe, finally, and out of nowhere, suddenly Bolivia scored an incredible goal in the 58th minute. Colombia in shock. They were down 1-0, even though they were up 1 player on the pitch. Miguel Terceros, who's playing for Santos in the 2nd Brazilian division, with his left foot into the top left corner, and that was the 1-0 here. Lucumi and Castaño didn't look good there. Both of them kind of off balance. And after Colombia also missed another big chance in the 66th minute, there was some pressure on this game. But maybe Colombia was out of breath towards the end because the game ended without a goal for Colombia. Colombia lost their first qualifier in the World Cup 2026 campaign. Where else then in El Alto, highest stadium in the world, where many other teams have lost as well. Again, the home field advantage for Bolivia here ended Colombia's undefeated streak. And CONMEBOL has to think hard whether they should continue to allow Bolivia to play in El Alto 4.15 kilometers above sea level. Nevertheless, Colombia remained in second place in the table because Uruguay lost to Peru. Then Matchday 10 rolled around, and in Barranquilla, the team celebrated the Federation's 100th anniversary with a special jersey, an anniversary jersey here, and more fair conditions for the teams in Barranquilla on October 16th. Colombia versus Chile. That basically happened on the following Tuesday. With regards to the formations, as mentioned, Nestor Lorenzo went back to rely on everyone who had proven themselves previously prior to the Bolivia game. He reverted the starting 11 back for everyone except the injured Munoz. And with the team wearing the 100-year special edition anniversary jersey in a beige with the Colombian colored chest ring, the audience in Barranquilla saw a festival of goals 4-0, but let's go through those goals one by one. In the 34th minute, the goal by Sanchez from corner kick, deflected. A curious goal, a very interesting goal, but it was up 1-0 for Colombia. In the second half then, James to Lucho for the 2-0. Just after Lucho passed to James in the first half and James missed. Now the reverse, Lucho scores after James's assist. Substitutes came in, and it was those substitutes that increased the score. 3-0 by Duran in minute 82 and then 4-0 by Sinisterra in extra time, minute 93. Again, the formation here was more what people had expected heading into the Bolivia game. Who knows how the Bolivia game would have unfolded with that formation. Definitely the team was at a disadvantage in the altitude, but the red card for Bolivia should have kind of evened that out. I don't know. Fact is that Colombia remains in second place behind Argentina in the table. They are on track to qualify for World Cup 2026. There are another 8 games outstanding, 2 more this year and another 6 in 2025. Stay tuned for those games. Subscribe to the channel if you're interested in following along. Until next time, this was Todos Cafeteros. I'll see you for match days 11 and 12 here in November. Bye.